So I know in myself that I can very easily overwork. Very, very easily overwork. I very easily book people in, because I could be booking people in a couple of weeks in advance. So if I'm feeling amazing today and I'm booking somebody's appointment for 2 weeks' time, it's based on me feeling amazing today. It's not based on me having any idea of what I will feel like in 2 weeks' time. Because I have no idea. So when that day shows up, and it could be a day that I have a headache, or the weather is terrible, or whatever else is happening that I'm tired on that day, then I'm trusting that I'm rolling with whatever happens, I will be able to manage and will feel okay. But that's not a perfect way of me being in that. So of course I can make mistakes in it. Of course there can be times where it might be my last session in the day, and I know that I'm tired. I know that I'm not giving my best in that. But I do my best with what I have available. I let the universe help me out with different gaps. So like last week I had a request from a different place that I work to do an extra project. And I ran on autopilot on the phone call. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to do that. Let me just think about it and work out how I can do it. And then after the whole day I was like, what did you do that for? The whole day afterwards, I was like, oh, Emer, you did it again. You did what you usually do, which was you say yes first, and how am I going to do this? And then I realized afterwards that I actually don't have the space. I don't have the energetic space. I don't have the physical space in my schedule. So I actually have to say no to this. So I did. I went back to the guy and I said, look, I've looked at my schedule and I'm not going to be able to do that. I hope you find somebody that has the space to be able to do it. So I recognized my mistake at the time. Because this is somebody that I have really lovely working connection with. Loads of respect for the person. So when you have that kind of affection with somebody and they ask you to do something, it's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm sure I'll find a way. But when I really sat with it and I was taking a measure of where my energy was at, and I know I'm going to be in India now for a couple of weeks and this project is going to be whatever number of weeks long, actually I don't think I can manage it. So on reflection I corrected. Yeah. So when we catch that our mindset or our thinking has gone away that actually doesn't fit or doesn't feel right, feel free to correct it. What I recognized in myself in that 24 hours that I was sitting with that is that old Emer, maybe even Emer from a year ago, would have had the conversation with me that said, well Emer, you've said yes to this now and you can't go back on that. So just make it work. And I would do the getting up early or the working later or whatever it is, and I'd burn myself out. Old Emer would definitely have done it that way. So this time I saw it, I was like, okay, you made a mistake on the phone call. Instead of saying, oh, I'll think about it or I'll get back to you, I said yes, and then realized afterwards that was wrong. It was wrong for me. And I actually don't have the time or space, and I need to go back and say that. So there was a little bit of, old Emer would have been too proud to do that. I wouldn't have allowed myself to change my answer. And that felt such progress. When I contacted him back and explained, look, I have this going on, and I actually don't have the time or space to be able to give you what you need in this. Once I had explained that, I felt, it felt completely right to do. Because it was like, for that whole 24 hours before, it was burning a hole in me that I had said yes to this, and was I going to do it, or was I going to try and find a way out of it? Was I going to do it, or try and find a way out of it? So it sat for the whole day. It was the next day I got back to him. I even sat with him in meditation, and I was like, no, it feels really right that I say no. So I go back. So for me, this kind of journey has been about letting myself recognize those kind of areas. That's a really typical kind of thing that I would do. But it's letting myself recognize it and catch it and do something different and see how that works. See how that sits. Without, old Emer would have tried to work out the ripple effect of how many layers of consequence will there be from me saying no to this. I didn't even go there with that this time. I was like, no, actually, I don't have the time or space. It's a simple no. Whereas in the past, I was like, oh no, he's going to think this and he's going to think that, and he's never going to ask me for that again, or whatever. Yeah. My head would have wrecked it for me, and I would have just ended up doing the project just because I'd said yes in the first place. So what we're really talking about in this, and it's the same within our healing cycles, yeah? It's that freedom to be true to ourselves. Because we're very okay being true with the parts of us that feel good, and feel lovely, and feel light, and bright, and successful. Yeah, it's easy. But we can have a lot of difficulty with the parts of us that don't feel good. Like the parts of us that feel angry, or scared, or frustrated, or sad, whatever. Not confident. And those are the parts that we can try and lock into little neat boxes and put them away somewhere in our physical body, yeah. Until they pop up at some point, usually in a meditation or something. This is a journey of being comfortable with the whole truth of who we are. The whole truth of being a human is what this is about. Letting myself have just the whole space of that. And there's as much space for it to be a success and be lovely as to be a mess and a disaster sometimes. Yeah. That can be incredibly productive. It's not so pleasant and it's not easy to be in. But it can be immensely breakthrough.